from a period called Early Helladic III. It's the early Bronze Age has been divided into 3 parts by archaeologists, looking at pottery and trying to see a type. Yes, it's a big bow and then a long handle. Sometimes they have, later on in the early Bronze Age, they have a little, at the end of the long shaft, they have a small, circular ending. Yes, I think, yes, or just not put the nail in the wall and hang it up. Yes. Yes, yes, that's true also. Yes. Yeah. Right. Yes. Even that, they do it.
And the left one, how it was burned?
No, this is a paint. This is what's remaining. This is the interior. This is the exterior. It's been painted. They probably had lots of these little plastic ridges. There might have been 5 or 8. People surely died in Arcadia, and they didn't go all the way with the corpses down to Astros, say, and then go out to sea. I don't know. Perhaps they did.
Did you find anything on Arcadia's graves?
Yes, but they're all medieval. And some of them had coins in them. So we know exactly when they lived and died. We don't know, well, perhaps exactly when they died, but anyway, roughly. And they are from the 14th century, from 1380 or something. And there were quite a few of them. Because on top of the temple foundation had been reused as the foundation for a church, or yes, in perhaps also 14th, 15th century, I don't know. And under the church floor, they had apparently buried quite a few people. And that's what we found when we excavated, and what slowed us down so much, because we had to be very careful, and we had students excavating these burials, and they were very careful and painstakingly. They had little, tools, and every little bone was picked up and documented and drawn and photographed. And in the end, we must admit, after perhaps 8 or 10 bodies, we thought, oh no, not another one. Because they slowed us down so much, and we wanted to go down quickly. And,
So you couldn't go farther down?
We went down, actually, we had just enough time, for 4 weeks, we had enough time to go down to virgin soil or bedrock in this little trench that we had. But we could have put these laborers somewhere else, where we found much more interesting material, almost the last day of our excavation. So that was unfortunate, but we didn't know. That's the charm of being an archaeologist. You never know what you find, and you usually find the most spectacular find the last day of the excavation.
Did you do any excavations near the wall in Panagiotis?
No. What we did 2 years ago was that we did some clearance work. We took away bushes, trees that destroyed the Hellenistic walls that are still there. And we tried to clear also Holmberg's excavation trenches from well before the Second World War. And in the clearance work of these walls that were also on top of the Acropolis, we found sometimes when you pull a weed out, that pops out a sherd. So we have some little material from this work, and that's what's being published now in the next opuscula with Venetia. We have geometric pottery, and we have quite a lot of early Bronze Age material up here.
So the wall is Hellenistic?
Yes, the walls that are going down on the side, so that you still see,
Είναι παλαιόπαιστο.
yes, they are Hellenistic. They are from, I think, our wall expert dates them to quite exactly 200 BC. But then, what you have up on top of the Acropolis, there are also remains of a wall, and that's earlier, and that's probably late classical, we think. But, or the wall expert thinks. I'm not a stone wall expert, but we had one with us in the year 2000.
And what about the size of the city of Asea in its best times?
That's what we try to find out now with the georadar, because with the georadar we don't have to excavate, but we can see where the city wall is hidden under the soil, which has been brought on top of the wall by the river and the tributaries of the Alpheus, the river. There, have accumulated meters of much later deposited soil, and we tried to figure out how big was the city wall, how big was the city. But we don't know that yet, because that is data that is actually right now being processed at the University of Patras by the geophysical people.
Do you have an estimation about
Estimation?
population? 1,000, 10,000 people, 100,000?
No, not so much. Oh, I don't. Yes, it's well, in a sense here, because he would kill me if I didn't know this. The size, see here, there, the size of the polis Asea. He has lots. He's more into statistical analysis. There are different models on how to calculate populations in antiquity, and drawing on how big a city and how many hectares the city wall covered and so on. So, but he has an estimate here, I think, or is it in another 67? Oh dear. It's a small city, perhaps 100 to 150 persons per hectare. Let's see now. And he estimates the whole territory to be about 20 hectares settled.
So
It would give a maximum. Yes, exactly. Exactly. You have read it before.
No, I just did the multiplication.
Exactly. Yes. So, 2,000, between 2,000 and 3,000, that's what he says here, and then he has all its, statistics. You can always turn them into whatever you want to, these numbers. But they're about, yes.
And about the coin,
that's
do you have an idea?
The coin?
About the coin.
When it was minted?
Yes.
Yes, we have that somewhere too, but I'm not sure. Let's see now. I think it was 194 or 196 before Christ. We meant to check that up. We have it somewhere.
Okay, I'm going to read it.
The numismatic people say that they can't be so specific about the date. It has been published as being 196, let's say, BC, but we cannot be so accurate. We've been a little bit over-optimistic. But thereabout, give or take 5 years,
Okay.
It's no big deal.
So it's before Roman times? For sure before Roman times?
Yes.
Fine. Okay.
Yes. So,